I'm going to move all those clips into my clips bin. I don't need this AMA bin open, so I'm going to close it. All right, so I've got my whole sequence upresed and online, as you can see. And now that I've got that far, I want to cut in my mixdowns. So I open my video mixdown. I'm going to cut that into V3. And I'm going to open my audio mixdown, cut that audio in. Perfect. So now I've got my video mixdown reference cut in. I can easily do a video check to make sure each clip is correct. So I'm going to open the effect palette, go to blend, yeah, I'll go to blend. We'll use a 3D warp and drop that on the video mixdown. Now I'm going to open that 3D warp by clicking on effect mode. And I'm going to crop it. There we go. So now my video reference is cropped, right? So now I can, let me do that again. Let's go to effect mode. Let's crop it from the top. So that now the top half is cropped and I can see the timecode window on the bottom. So this is what I've cropped. And so now I can easily do a video check of the whole sequence. And I'm just going to go to each edit point. I'm going to hold command, go to each edit, and make sure each shot is correct. I just cut in some random photos, right? So everything looks good so far. I'm just going to each edit in the sequence. Yep, everything's perfect. So now I'm going to remove, I've done my video check, so I'm going to remove the 3D warp off my video mixdown. So now I can consolidate or transcode my sequence. Everything's relinked and online, and I've done my shot check. Let me just clean up the name of this. So now, when it comes time to transcode the sequence, you click on the sequence in the bin, right click, and go to consolidate transcode. I'm going to click on transcode, and now I'm going to click on consolidate, because that's my consolidate drive. And I'm going to uncheck create new sequence. And I'm going to check transcode only linked media. And I'm also going to choose keep sources frame rate. Now this might vary from show to show. They might want you to use DNX HD, HQX, or HQ. But for this example, I'm going to choose keep sources frame rate and DNX HQ. Now, when you have the clips in your sequence that have a frame flex effect on it, like you can see in my sequence I do on the A cam, Uh, I don't want to send those to online because they might not want that there when they're color correcting the sequence. So if I choose frame flex right here, after I transcode the sequence, that frame flex effect will be gone. It'll be baked in. And if I have a LUT on any footage, or yeah, if I have a LUT, then I can choose color encoding and I transcode the sequence. Then when this is turned on, that LUT will be baked into the footage as well. But I don't have any LUTs on this footage, so I'll just uncheck color encoding and I'll turn on the audio checkboxes, 48K and 24-bit. And PCM is fine. And I'm going to just click transcode, and then Avid will transcode all the footage in the sequence that is linked. Now, it's not going to transcode the photos, which I just batch imported, because those are not linked clips, and they've already been batch imported to the consolidate drive anyway, so those are totally fine. So I'm going to click transcode. Now Avid is transcoding my sequence. Now this process can take a long time if you've got an hour-long show or a feature film. This can take, sometimes maybe a whole day to do this, but for this example, I just created a 2-minute sequence just to show you what the process is and how to do it. How to bring the titles back online, batch import the photos and graphics, and relink all the footage in the sequence. And then once everything is back online, you do a shot check to make sure everything's correct. Now, what this is doing is it's going to transcode only the footage, right? And the mixdown is already on my consolidate drive, and the photos are already on my consolidate drive, so I don't have to worry about those at this point. And so that's it. Now Avid is going to take some time to transcode this sequence. Um, that's pretty much it for the transcoding, relinking, and transcoding process. Now, if let's say you wanted to relink everything, then transcode it, and then consolidate it to a different drive, you could do that, but this is the simplest way that I know to do it. When you batch import assets, you send it directly to the consolidate drive. When you recreate titles, you also send it to that same drive. And then after you relink the footage, you transcode only that footage to the drive. This is going to keep going for a bit. So I'll show you what to do next after the transcode is finished.